Good morning. We got some bad news today, but it's not a good idea to do certain things. But I tried it anyway, and something happened. But we'll be right back after this. Thank you for joining us right back here on Herbal Gardens Homestead. We didn't really wake up to some good news today. It was pretty messed up, actually. The bad news is we lost one of our roosters. His name was Achilles. The only reason I named him is because we planned on keeping him for life. We were thinking about breeding him and another rooster that we have. His name is Thor. Pretty cool names, right? It was kind of upsetting what happened. Thor was beating up Achilles pretty bad. Yeah, ever since we took Thor and Achilles out of chicken run with the girls, they started getting abusive towards each other, beating each other up and stuff. And so we separated them. I built a big old, I had a chicken tractor that I built. It's like, I don't know, 5-6 feet across by like 8 feet. And I thought that would be big enough, to hold the two of them, because I have 4 roosters that, they squabble a little bit, but not like, Thor and Achilles were the dominant roosters. These over here, this one they're in is like 6 foot by 12 feet. And I got four of them in there. It's like 12 feet long and about 6 feet, maybe 7 feet. 7 feet wide and about 12 feet long. But I got four of those over there because I put those in there together. I was going to sell them, and I still am, But I guess nobody's looking for any Australorp roosters right now. And these boys are big. They'd be good, some good breeders. But yeah, when I took out Thor and Achilles, I put them over there in that one because there's only 2. I thought it would be okay to put them in something that was, 5-6 feet wide by 8 feet long. I thought, there's 2, okay. But I didn't think, their hormones were going crazy. I didn't think about that, and I really should have. That their hormones were kind of getting them riled up, and so Thor started beating up on Achilles. So I went ahead and I couldn't take it no more because I didn't want him to get hurt. He was mostly running from Thor. Thor's a big fowl. He's a big rooster. I can't wait to take him. I would like to, take him to the poultry fair. But I took Achilles out, and I had built a little chicken tractor for our bantam rooster, Buddy. he breeds with Angel, and they're the ones that gave us the other babies. I'm selling them too, the babies. They just are about ready to start. I mean, they got some feathers on their body, and they're starting to get some just tiny little feathers around their head. These here are the offspring of Buddy and Angel. These are bantam chicks. If they come out to be a male, they'll probably have some nice green colors on their tail feathers. And the mother, she's really beautiful with a lot of brown spots. So they're getting ready to go out into their own chicken tractor. Chicken coop I built for them. This one's more like a chicken coop because it has its own little boxed area and it has a door and they can go in there, and then the outside's open. Chicken tractors mostly they're just completely open in a big old box with cage around it. But yeah, so I took Achilles and I put him over in there into the Bantam's cage because he wasn't in there. Right now he's in with Angel breeding. So I put Achilles in there, and I don't know, when I took him out of the cage with Thor, I guess it was like the worst fight they ever had or something, but I didn't hear anything going crazy yesterday or the day before. I didn't hear it. I put him in there yesterday, but I didn't hear it. I didn't hear any like really, I didn't hear that. Unless it happened like when I went to the hardware store or down to the feed store. I'm not sure. I had to go get some grain and some scratch. But I was thinking that it's possible that he worked him over pretty good or something, because we woke up this morning and I'm sorry to say Achilles, he's passed on. So I'm kind of upset about that. I have these 4 other roosters. I mean, they started squabbling and fighting a little bit, but I'm going to have to process them if somebody doesn't buy them, But I mean, that's what's going to have to happen, because I don't want them to beat each other to death. And they're not, they're not really fighting too much, but they're fighting enough. Some of their comb and stuff is, you can see little black stuff on it from I guess some blood or something scabbing over. I saw that and I was just like, yeah, they're fighting. Can't hide that from me, But, I'm going to go ahead and bury him today. My son was like, "Oh, well, it looks like we get to eat a bird." I said, "No, I'm not going to eat him." Especially when I don't know exactly what might have caused him to pass on. I know that he got into some fights. I know that. It's different when you eat a bird. If it gets into a fight and gets killed or whatever, that's fine. You know how it died. But, we've had some cold nights and, predators come around and, it's harder for predators to get these girls over here and the guys over there than it is for them to go after the chickens that are in the chicken tractors or the little coops outside. Because, they're not that big, so it's easier to scare them and stress them out. You know what I mean? Scare them and stress them out. Like claw the chicken wire and stuff. So, we'll miss Achilles. And I got to start working and finishing that because, man, the babies are getting big. You know? They're getting big. Some of them are going to have to start coming out soon. You want to see them? Hey, let's go take a look. Well, it looks like, last time that you were in here, this wasn't done yet. But yeah, we got it. We got the top part on, and we got them down in there now. We got the 2 lamps up here. Oh man, that feels good. It's nice and warm. But we got the 2 lamps up there, and they're running around. They're growing fast. I'm going to show you the other ones over here. These have gotten real big. Look at those. They're getting big. Their feathers are starting to come in a lot more. You know? Wow. Did they run out of food? Because it looks like they're going after it like crazy. Did they run out of food?
Just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, baby. Okay.
Yeah. So, my son Blackhawk, he's in here helping us out.
Hello, fella.
Yeah. We got a lot of, every time I try to count them though, it's like they move and I lose track of how many there are. You know how many there are in there?
There's like 1, 2,
it's hard to count them.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
No.
8, 9.
Nope. See? As soon as you start counting them, they took off running over there.
Hey, it's okay, little fella.
Wow, they're growing. See the feathers coming in?
Yeah.
Feathers are coming in like crazy.
They're trying to huddle up right now.
Trying to get along.
Okay.
Looks like they're going after the food like crazy. Jeez. Yeah, this is a big, but I love the size of these brooders. The brooders are made very good. I got, what I do is I see the lamps, I run them over. And then I go all the way across here. And then I got the surge charger. But this is the brooders that I designed. We really like them. They've helped out a lot. So every time that we come back in here, we notice that the chicks are eating more and more because it's kind of cold outside, so they're eating more to stay warm, you know? They're getting big. They're getting big. Anyway, what did you say?
You're gonna get another one of these over there.
What?
Water thing.
Another water?
Yeah. Otherwise, I was still so much for the 3-gallon one. Otherwise.
Can the 3-gallon one fit in there?
Of course it can.
You sure this isn't too tall? I mean, you sure this isn't tall enough?
No.
I mean, the bottom's right here.
No,
you know,
that
it goes all the way up
3-gallon
to
one, that 3-gallon one is made for tinier birds, made for tinier
Small
birds.
birds?
Yeah, it's made for them. The big one that's out there is made for the girls.
Large one?
Yeah, that one is made for like them, like that size now.
Okay.
Yeah, them they still gotta have this.
Yeah, these aren't too. I mean, they're not. Did you fill this one today?
No, it's still filled up.
Yes, it looks like it's.
It's still filled up. So
I would go ahead just to make sure. I would go ahead and take this out and refill it.
Okay, but just let them drink a little bit.
What about their What about their food?
No, I poured some of the. They still have food there.
Here, open that up because it looks like they got so many wood chips on this side.
Oh, I just took some of them off now.
Yeah, well, it needs more.
Yeah, I know it's $37 and what have you, but.
You gotta take this stuff out of here.
Because the baby's like doing that. Hey, like doing that.
Look at that one.
You attacking me? Huh? You attacking?
They like playing and all that.
Yeah.
Look at this one over here.
We stuck a lot of wood chips in this one this time. Alright, you can go ahead and shut it down. It's easy for you to lock, right?
Yeah, yeah, okay. The tiny portable heaters.
The heaters. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, we got a heater. We have a heater here. We have a small heater. It's about, I don't know, that big. It's in the camper. We could bring that in here. It should warm up this. It should warm up the
Did
brooder
you
room.
touch the walls? Did you touch the walls?
Is that wet?
That's the coldness.
Holy smoke!
That's the coldness.
Holy smoke!
Luckily, they're under this. Luckily, they're under this, and it's.
That means it was cold outside last night.
Luckily, they're in here safer. They're in here
Yeah,
safe.
look at this. You see how it's wet? That's the perspiration from the inside of the brooder room. It is pretty bad. So we do have to get some caulking done in the room. There's some slight little holes in different places that we need to fix. Did you see those? Yeah.
Yeah, I know that.
That's damage. And we have damage from like when trees fell, like branches fell and hit it on top. Another thing I was going to tell y'all is what I was just explaining to her is you will start to collect dust on top of your brooder lamps. On top of the lamps, you're going to start collecting this fur of dust and particles. You need to make sure that if you're in a place like where we have ours, sometimes it get dusty in here when we open up the door, it flies in. We want to make sure that you wipe it off your lamps with a wet cloth so that the dust and everything don't fall down on them, because you don't know what kind of contaminants are in there and you don't want it to fall into their water. Let me show you. Right here is an example of why it's time to start doing that, okay? See, look, I want you to see this now. See that? That shows you it's time to dust that off. That's enough. You don't want it to get any worse than that. See, look at this. See if you look real close. See that fur on there? This is, we've already should have done this. See? And you don't want to do dust it off while it's dry, because like I said, it'll fall down in there, and you don't want it to be all contaminating the water and stuff like that and fall down into the food and water. At least, you know, that's what I say. Some people might say, oh, it won't kill them. But, you know, why take chances to get your birds sick? Why? Don't. It's not worth it. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. I can't believe it. Look how big they're getting. That is amazing. I mean, it's not amazing. I know they're supposed to get that big. They're all cuddling around the light. We have 2 heat lamps, this one and that one, and then we have a light to give them some daylight. Over here we have a red heat lamp and a daylight heat lamp. We just shut this one off at night, but I think we're gonna have to go get another red light and then just give them a light like that to, you know, give them some daylight.
Little boogers. What are you doing that for?
Well, thank you for joining us right here on Herbal Gardens Homestead. I hope that you were able to pick up a couple tricks. I'm glad that you were able to join us today. So remember, love your land and it'll love you back. Take care. See you next time.
More?